Hi everyone, it's Sage. Welcome back. I picked up the camera today and I've just had these thoughts ringing in my head about toxic positivity. So I recently went through a toxic positivity stage and I wanted to talk about it because this is something that I grew up with and it's kind of complex and it can be really detrimental. So toxic positivity is where basically everything is good, everything's perfect, everything's great, and there's no room for any other emotions. And while I am generally a very happy person, that's kind of just my default is joy, happiness, which I know I'm very fortunate to be that way. I've also put in a lot of hard work to be that way as well. But yeah, so there was a period that I just went through where that was kind of the only option. And it's hard because this camera's kind of heavy. It's hard because human beings aren't just meant to only experience happiness, like we are on this human journey to experience all of the emotions, sadness, grief, despair, anger, all of these things. And I think when we only limit ourselves to happiness, we're only experiencing like half of life, not even half of life, like a quarter of it. Like there's so much more here, so much more complex emotions. Like you can be happy and in despair, you can be proud but also devastated. Like all of these things can happen at once, and I think that's beautiful, and it's crazy complex. And toxic positivity can really make it so that it's only one way and being happy is the only option. And it can really, if that is, for me, this is what I grew up with. This was like my home environment. It was happiness, but also anger was allowed. But anger wasn't seen as an emotion. It was just like, I don't know, something else, but anger is an emotion. It's usually a protective emotion, and the underlying emotion is usually sadness underneath anger. I used to go to a women's group, and in the women's group, the one therapist was talking about how your anger loves you, and your anger is a protector. Like your anger is, protecting you when you're scared or when you're sad or when you're hurt, like it comes out all muscly, I don't know, and just like protects you. But when you are just so, like for me in my household, it was just, growing up, it was just happiness or anger, and those are the only options. And that's just so limiting, and it can cause you to push every other feeling like deep down in your body, which I believe can cause like actual physical ailments and issues in your body. Like I know, like for me, one of the jobs that I used to work at was incredibly stressful, just very toxic environment, and from that job I literally got chest pains and TMJ from just the stress of everything. So emotions can definitely manifest as physical symptoms in your body. And so when you're in a toxic positivity mindset and there's nothing else allowed, you're pushing all that down. You're not letting yourself experience all that and really feel into those emotions, because those emotions aren't going to be there forever. Like if you start crying, you will eventually stop. You're going to run out of tears. You're going to, move on to something else. You will feel sad, but sadness doesn't last forever, and neither does happiness. And forcing these emotions to always be, well, it's not going to set you up well, because it's not how they work. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on, talk about that, because I just went through this experience where I was just like toxic positivity, like nope, and there was no room for anything else, and it was actually incredibly unhelpful and isolating. And yeah, so I just I want to talk about that. I was wanting to talk about this a while ago, and I think now with this new, like, see, now it's really dark. Now with this new, like, vlog style, yeah, I'm gonna do just more little, like, chats like this about things that I've been learning and stuff. But yeah, if you have experienced toxic positivity, if that was, like, in your household growing up, let me know. I would love to hear other people's experiences. I think it's very interesting, and I didn't learn about it until I was out of that house, so, you know, looking back, it makes a lot of things make sense. But yeah, all right, that is my little check-in for today. I hope y'all are doing well. Let me know whatever you would like to let me know in the comments about how you're feeling, how you're doing, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, it's Sage, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Okay, bye.